Have you heard about Travis Kelce admitting that, well, he really struggles with reading scripts?
Yep.
It's quite a revelation given his high energy persona on and off the field.
Yeah, I caught that. It's pretty fascinating that someone so confident in his athletic abilities finds reading to be such a challenge.
Exactly. And what's interesting is how he described that SNL table reading experience. He
Mm-hmm.
mentioned
Right.
it was like being trapped by every single line, almost like he was fighting with the words rather than just, you know, feeling the script.
Yeah, and he even said, "Don't effing skip this line," which is kinda hilarious. But I wonder, isn't it a bit surprising given how prevalent reading is in acting?
True, true, but think about it. For him, reading seems to be almost second nature to, listening. He mentioned being more of an audio guy.
Right.
So his strength lies in vocal delivery and emotion rather than the literal words on the page.
That's a really cool perspective. But don't you think that relying on audio cues might limit his long-term success in more complex acting roles?
Well, that's a fair point. I mean, he admitted, sort of, that he felt out of place in, more serious genres like what he experienced on FX's Grotesquerie. It seems comedy comes
Yeah.
naturally, but the heavier stuff can be a real struggle for him.
So it's like he's in a constant balancing act between his football legacy and his acting ambitions. And this vulnerability about reading the script, it actually makes him more relatable, right?
Absolutely. He shared that he didn't want to, um, appear like a loser to professionals and audiences alike. It's sort of refreshing to see someone so determined to, take it seriously and, overcome that challenge.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And it raises a question. Do you think his admission might actually propel him to find innovative ways to improve or perhaps lean even further into his audio strengths?
That's a great question. I actually see it playing out as him leveraging what he does best, like using his strong vocal energy to, embody characters rather than get bogged down by reading mechanics. It reminds me
Exactly.
of that adage, different strokes for different folks. You know?
Totally. It's like he's turning a challenge into a unique style. But don't you think there's a risk that his script skills could hold him back if he wants to branch out into more demanding roles?
Sure, that's a valid critique. If he doesn't, work on it, it might limit his opportunities in roles that require, you know, deep textual engagement. But then again, his self awareness might lead him to collaborate with great directors or coaches who can uh, amplify his strengths and mitigate that weakness.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Yeah, and it's interesting that even though he's been taking on more acting roles, he's so upfront about his challenges. It shows a level of honesty that many actors might not reveal.
Exactly. His candidness is refreshing, and given that a football career isn't forever, who knows? Maybe we'll see him evolve into a more well rounded performer over time.
Yep, for sure. It's a reminder that even superstars have their off days or areas they need to work on. And his approach to facing his weaknesses head on is inspiring.
Definitely. It's kind of like embracing your quirks and turning them into a distinctive style rather than letting them hold you back.
Right. And honestly, who wouldn't relate to that? We all have our unique hurdles.
Exactly. It's all about, finding a way to excel with what you naturally bring to the table, even if it means reworking the way you handle the script.
Well said. It's a fascinating look into how modern celebrities navigate multiple careers and personal challenges.
Totally. I'm excited to see what Travis does next, both on screen and on the field.
Absolutely. Here's to challenges making us better and more dynamic in our pursuits.